Most of my life, I have accepted things I did not want. Subscriptions that I wasn't using, food that was not good for me, behavior from people I cared about that I never called out. And it wasn't because I didn't notice it, because I didn't feel like I had the right to say anything. So I would let things slide, like always. Someone disrespected my time, I'd move on. I'd make excuses for them. I'd tell myself it wasn't a big deal, that I was being too sensitive, that keeping the peace was more important than saying what was true. And I'd accumulate all of it until eventually I'd leave the situation entirely rather than ever, address it directly. So new person, same pattern. And I did that for pretty much 30 years. I started observing the movement of thought, and what I saw was the acceptance wasn't generosity. It wasn't patience. It wasn't being easygoing. It was fear of conflict, fear of being too much, fear of what would happen if I actually said what I needed. And I realized every time I accepted what I didn't want, I was teaching people how to treat me, and I was teaching myself that my needs didn't matter enough to state. Something shifted recently with someone I care about. And really everybody. The shift is happening inside and reflecting with every relationship. But it was most prominent with this one person, and she disrespected my time. I noticed it, and instead of moving on like I always had, I held my ground. Not aggressively, not with a list of demands, just clearly, this is what happened. This is what I need if we continue. And then I let the outcome be whatever it was going to be. It required being okay with losing the thing. Because as long as you need the outcome to go a certain way, you can't actually hold your ground. The need makes you negotiate with yourself, makes you soften, makes you accept less than what you said you needed. Holding your ground means being genuinely okay if they don't meet you there. It's not coldness. That is self-respect, self-love, to me at the highest level and degree. The people in your life will rise to meet your standards or they won't. But they can't rise to meet standards you've never set. And you can't set standards you don't believe you deserve. That's where it all starts. It's not with other people. It's with whether you actually believe your needs are worth stating.